Do you have a relationship with Bambi?
This whole home wrecker and all this other narrative that she went around with, girl, when we were together and we was in the same house and we was trying to figure it out, apparently you was in the mix.
Is it true that when you and Scrappy were living together, that Bambi went into the house and she was one of the women that he was cheating on you with?
But yeah, it was my house. And Erica came over there as well.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna let Erica Dixon or anybody tarnish that.
Do you feel like you're responsible for Erica eating off of Love and Hip Hop right now?
But you know that they wanted me first and I turned it down. Ask yourself that question.
Now why am I in it?
You know, Scrap said that he wanted to bring her on board, you know, on the show, up and getting some coins in her pocket. That's fine. You know, you have no motion. Your store's been under renovation for how long? You're not getting booked. You was never the main chick. You was always number two. I got the ring first. Why are you so invested in your first baby daddy? You should be trying to figure out what's going on with your second baby daddy. Or why you had these kids knowing that he was in a relationship with a whole nother woman.
Are you,
Definitely
Scrappy, and Erica in a love triangle? So are you and Scrappy back dating?
Well, it was a time to where we were just like kind of having fun. Coloring is what I call it. Which
Coloring outside the lines?
out and inside the lines.
Also, Scrappy's been inside your line.
Oh, wow.
Do you have a relationship with Bambi?
This whole home wrecker and all this other narrative that she went around with, girl, when we were together and we was in the same house and we was trying to figure it out, apparently you was in the mix.
Is it true that when you and Scrappy were living together, that Bambi went into the house and she was one of the women that he was cheating on you with?
But yeah, it was my house. And Erica came over there as well.
Okay.
And like, I'm not the one or the two. You know, I don't bother nobody. So that's another reason why I wanted to have this conversation with you, because I was shocked when it was brought to my attention. I'm like, what happened?
It was another whirlwind day in Atlanta, where the drama never stopped and surprises were always just around the corner. But for Bambi and Lil Scrappy, this particular day held a different kind of excitement, one that would change their lives forever. For months, Bambi had been living her life, balancing the ups and downs of motherhood and marriage to Scrappy. Their relationship had seen its fair share of challenges. From the complications with their blended family to navigating the complexities of public life, it often felt like their love was constantly under scrutiny. But despite it all, they had built a strong foundation. They were partners, parents, and best friends, and through the storm, they had always found a way back to each other. However, Bambi had been holding on to something that would rock their world, and it wasn't something Scrappy could have expected. As much as they had faced the highs and lows together, this new chapter was one she hadn't yet shared with him. It was something deeply personal, something she was still trying to fully process herself, and today, she was ready to let it all out. Bambi sat on the couch in their cozy living room, the soft glow of the afternoon sun filtering through the windows. Scrappy walked in, his usual confident swagger tempered by the exhaustion of a long day. He smiled at his wife, his eyes lighting up as they exchanged a brief but tender look. They had always had a special bond, a kind of unspoken understanding that no matter the struggles, they were in this together. But today, Bambi seemed different. There was a quiet tension in her demeanor, a softness to her presence that Scrappy couldn't quite place. He could sense she was about to tell him something important, but even with all the years they had been together, nothing could have prepared him for what she was about to reveal. With a deep breath, Bambi finally broke the silence. She reached for his hand, her fingers trembling slightly as she held it, grounding herself in the moment. Scrappy watched her, his curiosity piqued, but still unaware of the weight her words would carry. "I have something to tell you," Bambi began, her voice steady but filled with an emotion Scrappy couldn't yet identify. "And I need you to hear me out before you say anything." Scrappy nodded, his brows furrowing as he tried to read her face. He could tell she was serious, her words weighed down with a mix of excitement and vulnerability. He squeezed her hand, urging her to continue. "I'm pregnant," Bambi finally said, her words hanging in the air like a bombshell. She didn't wait for his immediate reaction, instead watching his expression shift from confusion to disbelief and then to something deeper. Joy, fear, love, and maybe a hint of surprise, all wrapped into one. For a moment, Scrappy stood frozen. His mind raced to catch up with the words that had just been spoken. Pregnant again? He hadn't seen this coming. After all, the couple already had their hands full with their son, and balancing their busy lives and careers wasn't always easy. But the shock soon faded, replaced by a wave of emotion that overwhelmed him. "Are you serious?" Scrappy asked, his voice thick with disbelief, the smile creeping onto his face despite himself. He leaned closer to her, as if searching for confirmation. Bambi nodded, her eyes brimming with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. "Yeah, I just found out. I've been feeling different lately, and I went to the doctor. It's true." She paused, searching his face for any sign of how he would take the news. "I didn't know how to tell you, but I couldn't keep it from you any longer." The moment hung in the air between them. Scrappy blinked a few times, his mind processing the information. This wasn't just a revelation, it was a life-changing announcement, one that would shift the course of their future once again. Scrappy's hands gently cupped her face, his expression softening as the gravity of the moment finally sank in. "You're gonna be a mother again," he whispered, a grin slowly spreading across his face. "And I'm gonna be a daddy again." Bambi laughed, a breathless chuckle that echoed with a mix of relief and joy. Scrappy pulled her into his arms, holding her tightly, as if to anchor himself to the new reality she had just dropped into their lives. "You sure you're ready for this?" Scrappy asked, a playful tease in his voice, but there was no denying the excitement in his eyes. "You know how crazy things get with us, but I'm happy, baby. I really am." Bambi nodded, resting her head on his chest. "I know it's a lot, but we've made it through everything else. We've got this." And in that moment, all the challenges, all the doubts seemed to melt away. For Bambi and Scrappy, this pregnancy wasn't just about the baby. It was about their growth as a family, their resilience as a couple, and the deep, unwavering love they had for each other. As the day went on, the reality of their growing family began to sink in. They spent the evening talking, laughing, and imagining what their future would look like with one more little one to love. And while they knew the road ahead wouldn't always be easy, they were ready to face it together. For Bambi, this pregnancy wasn't just a new chapter, it was a symbol of hope, of love that could withstand anything. And for Scrappy, it was a reminder that no matter what life threw their way, they would always have each other.
Why are you lying? Why?
At this point, girl, Joe needs to pack it up and leave this mess behind. Scrappy is out here for the streets, and it's clear he's not even trying to stay loyal to her. You all remember when Scrappy made that big announcement a few months ago, letting the world know they were back together. He even posted a video of them at the club, getting all touchy-feely. In the clip, she was all over him, leaning in from behind, making it crystal clear they were back on. Oh, honey, did you see that hand sliding down his chest? Just a few days later, they were back in the spotlight, living it up at Usher's concert in Vegas. But that's when things took a messy turn. Right after that video dropped, one of his ride or die friends came forward with some wild news. These two lovebirds secretly tied the knot while in Sin City. Can you believe it? He spilled the beans. Scrappy and Erica eloped. That's why they didn't take me to Vegas with them. Scrappy got a new best man. Scrappy quickly shut that down, saying it's not true at all. You know how it goes when rumors start swirling. They're quick to deny everything. But girl, you can't help but wonder if there's some truth hiding beneath all that denial. Brew us to stop lying. WTF you on, LOL? She really fanned the flames of those marriage rumors when she went live and seemingly confirmed that she and Scrappy actually tied the knot in Vegas.
We not married. Somebody said we. Never mind. Let me just be quiet.
That's slow. You can't talk to slow people.
We married.
Shut up, Scrappy.
She even claimed the reason they got back together was to co-parent their daughter. But girl folks weren't buying that excuse and started saying they were just trying to get under his ex-wife, Bambi's skin.
Something you co-parent for life. Me and Scrappy will forever be family no matter what. We have a child that's in college. I don't know if yours went to college.
Scrappy and Erica
or if you can afford to take yours to college. Shut up!
Dummy.
Doodle dumb. But here's some information for you. We gonna forever be around each other. Just like I still bring my parents together, Imani's gonna still bring her parents together. So we forever have to cope.
Then a source spilled the tea to the media, revealing that Scrappy and Erica weren't even messing around before. But now they're feeling free to let the world know since he's no longer tied down to Bambi. And get this, the source hinted that Scrappy and Erica are planning something big to unveil their new relationship in the upcoming season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now that fans have clocked their tea, they're done hiding and just want everyone to know they're officially together. But you know what they say, how you get him him is how you lose him. It looks like Scrappy is already over this relationship. He just got caught trying to cheat on Erica with Diamond. And honey, that's not a good look. The real kicker? This isn't surprising at all given Scrappy's history. He loves to keep the drama alive. Let me break it down for you. Scrappy was juggling Diamond after he left Bambi, only to turn around and dump Diamond to chase after Erica. When Scrappy and Erica started flaunting their relationship on social media, Diamond was hotter than fish grease. She wasted no time posting a scandalous pic of Scrappy half naked in her bed, trying to set the record straight that they were still very much an item. But wait, there's more! She shared multiple private messages between her and Scrappy where he was all up in his feelings about their plans to link up and even confessed that he loved her, while low-key admitting he wasn't taking any of it seriously. The drama! I thought Diamond was just being salty and trying to mess up their vibe, but turns out she was dropping some real tea. This dude's a straight-up serial cheater. Recently, Diamond sat down for an exclusive interview with Carlos King, and let me spill the tea. She didn't hold back. She straight up dragged her ex, claiming she was just a second choice after she kicked Scrappy to the curb. And get this, she believes her whole relationship with Scrappy was nothing but a charity case. She's convinced he only got with her to give her a storyline on love and hip hop so she could stack some coins. But wait, there's more. She threw major shade at both him and Bambi, accusing them of sneaking around behind her back. Can you believe that? When Diamond was still cozy with Scrappy, her house was the ultimate mess. Did she spill some tea in that interview? Now that all the details have hit the fan, folks are out here gagging at the drama. It turns out the team Diamond assembled had some insiders who were just loving the chaos of that interview. And don't get me started on East's money and her mama Amuni. They dropped a comment under that interview, and you know it was juicy. You were just texting me being apologetic about disrespecting my mom. Diamond quickly clubbed back and said, "My apology was about you being upset at me for getting in your mom's behind, about stepping to me. I understand you have to stand up for your mother. I love you always." But girl, her cash wasn't even ready for all those diamonds while she was trying to play it cool in her mama's face. And when she responded, it was something else. Okay, now I'm gonna get in yours. Now what in the world did he money mean by all that? But if I were Diamond, I'd definitely be watching my bag, cause the money just turned 18 and isn't shy about throwing hands for her mama. Right after that little back and forth, I peeped the interview where she came for Diamond too. She had her own shade to throw, and it came in the form of a gift that just said, to which Diamond clapped back, saying number 2, Ben. Then Diamond went ahead and dropped another link, making it clear with a post that said, "Just speaking my truth, never bitter. I need my 20% at this point because I set out 11 years and allow them to eat off my name, so no more charity work. He is my lion forever in always me. First, I don't need him or want him standing on business all 2024. Then here comes this messy person ready to stir the pot by commenting on one of those blogs that shared the interview, throwing shade at Diamond and saying she still hung up on him. He said somebody mad has scraped, don't want to be with them. Diamond was not here for it and fire back with, let's correct that. I don't want you. Don't make me post receipts. And Diamond wasn't playing when she said she was done. She came with the receipts, and honey, that's exactly what she did. She kicked things off by dropping a message from Scrappy where he was wishing Merry Christmas. The message read, "Merry Christmas, baby. I love you. Enjoy your life. Be happy and love on your sign. I got you something too, but be blessed. See you soon." Oh honey, let me tell you, he took things to a whole new level, sending her an entire video.
Hey, just want to say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas with your beautiful face. Blanca, say Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas, Dada. Merry Christmas, Dada. You know, just taking it in, man. Just taking it in. It's gonna be alright. God got us. I woke up, shot for me and you. Bless you, baby.
Now, keep in mind this man has a whole relationship going on, yet here he is carving out time to wish his ex a Merry Christmas. From the looks of it, Scrappy was trying to spin the block, hoping to sneak back into Diamond's good graces and maybe even cozy up in her bed again, just like old times. But let me tell you, she wasn't here for that nonsense. Oh, but wait, there's more. Diamond wasn't done just yet. She spilled the tea by posting another chat where she absolutely went off on Scrappy for still sliding into her DMs while he's with someone else. She let him have it, saying, "This is why you left 10 years ago and never looked back. Because of the things you do, and now you haven't changed." He replied, "See how you're talking to me." And she shot back, You should have thought about that before you posted the pool. He later hit her up again on New Year's, saying, I know you're not trying to talk to me, but I wanted to know if I could take Princeton with me and Bree to SmackDown on my birthday. She responded, as long as you know I'm not even what you know more, and you understand why I take Princeton with you and Bree, I don't feel like you would mistreat my child. Let me tell y'all, Diamond was not here for Scrappy at all. She's out here handling her business like a boss. A whole bunch of folks came for her in the comments, saying she should have checked her man instead of confronting Diamond, telling him to keep his ex in the past. Now I'm with y'all, Diamond was definitely being messy when she spilled all those DMs and did that tell-all with Carlos King. But let's keep it real, Scrappy has proven time and time again that he can't keep it together. It's like oil to any woman's fire, and instead of just taking a deep breath, he's aiming all that rage at Diamond. You know how it goes, people just can't help but chime in on this drama. Like one person said, girl, what are you doing? I'm glad she posted the receipt, Scrappy love, but none this performance, like he's healed in a better place. Joe, please 40s something or close to it, acting like a 21-year-old immature male. This is why I don't want to get back with Scrap. She'll get played with long term, and this is why I cannot stand Scrappy play with all these women. He's a lame Diamond and should just leave him alone and block him at this point. When you do stuff like that, to me, you don't exist anymore to me. Another person was quick to jump in saying she really needs to chill and figure it out. You know how folks can always be ready to dish out their 2 cents on the latest gossip, and everybody was hype about him going back to LOL Scrappy. Anna flips talking about Merry Christmas, baby. I love you. I got you something too. Then turn around and say somebody, man. I don't want to be with her, so let's spill some tea, y'all. What's the vibe on confronting Diamond after that wild R? Should we just wrap things up for good this time? I mean, our relationship was a hot mess, and maybe it's time to finally move on for real. Y'all know the drill. What do you think? Hit me up in the comments below, and don't forget to check out this other super messy video right here.